Good luck.
No, it cannot be king 3. He has the phone out.
Just no queen, no diamonds. Oh, not the window. Not the window. Here goes. So I just finished my first day out here in Vegas. I played the 2.5K freeze out, and it's in a new venue. It's with new chips, it's with new cards, it's with a lot more space. The whole atmosphere just seems really nice. I think it's going to be a great series. Like, results wise or not, I'm already having a good time. There was some good players at my table, but there was plenty of more fun players at the table, so I'm really looking forward to everything else that is to come. I got it all in good, lost the flip to bust, and ended up having the rest of the day off today because there wasn't really anything else to play. But tomorrow I've got the 500, 5 mil. There's going to be 4 day ones, 1 re-entry per flight, so that's going to be all my time until I make day 2, if I make day 2 of that tournament. It was a great first day, running tally minus 2,500, but obviously that's the way it goes. I'm really grateful I've got this outlet. I think it's nice to not just be pure poker all the time and to have more balance. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, the next tournament. 0% withered so far, as it's only been 1 day, but we'll see how that goes. I'm going to stay on top of things, keeping a good routine, try and eat better, try and do some exercise, do all the good stuff, and stay accountable by talking to this screen and get all of the nonsense off my chest. So yeah, that was day 1. Today I played the $500 5 Million Guaranteed World Series event. The tournament was what I can only describe as an absolute zoo. I've never seen so many people doing so many ridiculous things. It was incredible. I got to see the new venue as well. I got to see Bally's, which was great. Another massive open plan area with loads of tables. I think I played good. The structure was pretty fast. Just make it a sweat. Okay, at least the 9. At least the 9. Okay. I went down to 3K and I nearly spun it up, and the highlight of my whole day was it's 1K, 2K, 2K blinds, under the gun limits 2K, middle position limits 2K. I go all in the small blind for my 10K, 5 big blinds with ace 4 offsuit, and everyone folds. I got the 5 big blind jam through when there was 2 limpers, so I nearly doubled up without going to showdown, which is pretty sick. That's the type of tournament that this is. Is it King 8?
Yeah,
King 8, ace 9. Okay. Nice hand. I re-enter. I find a really sick spot where a good reg opens late position off like 13 bigs. Someone calls who's dead money. I get to go all in for my 20 bigs with Jack 10 suited, because the good player's going to open ace 9 off, ace 8 offsuit, king jack offsuit, king 10 offsuit. He's going to open jam like ace 10 and ace jack offsuit. He's going to probably raise and juice with ace queen, ace king, but I'm happy to run it against those. Block jacks and 10s, happy to run it against 9s. He's probably going to jam like lower pairs, so just a really nice spot to jam, and I ran into queens. And then I had jammed my last 9 big blinds with pocket 2s.
Ace king again.
I've got the best hand.
You do?
Yeah. Ace jack and ace king.
I have an
Easy.
ace 9.
Easy.
Lose never die.
All right. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. For the needle. For the needle.
You got a good video.
But I could have gone to play at the MGM or the Win, like there's a good 600 on. I could have max late raised, or there's like a slower 600 flight that was starting, but I thought I'm not here to just grind max tournaments, go venue to venue and just completely exert myself. You know, I'm still feeling pretty good. I don't want to go like bust some more tournaments, even though there's definitely EV to be had there. I just want to have a bit of an early night, come back refreshed for tomorrow and complete the 500 again.
Boy, I get better food at the RA.
It's day 4 now. I'll make this update pretty brief. So yesterday I played the 500 in my first bullet. I'll show you what happened. I don't know how the sound is, but I'm just gonna talk out what just happened in the $500 5 mil. Cut off raises, the button calls, I squeeze with jacks. The button then calls quickly, and I've seen him call a 4-bet with queen jack off. I've seen him do like all sorts of nonsense. Comes queen 10, brick, check, check. Turns a king, so I turn the open ender. I check. He bets like third pot, I call. River's a queen, which is an interesting card. I check, and he very quickly verbalizes all in. Starts giving like all of the most obvious value tells, like leaning his back in his chair, like starts conversations with people at the table. So everything in my being is saying like he's got something good here. Having said that, it's also extremely hard to have a value bet here. I mean, a block ace jack, a block jack nine, some of them might consider betting the flop. King doesn't want a value bet, a queen wants to bet the flop. Obviously I block like queen jack, which might call check back. But everything is saying he's just got value, so I didn't know what to do. And then he almost went so overboard with the live stuff that I talked myself into the fact that no one will go this far to make themselves look strong unless they were bluffing. So I ended up making the call after like 2 minutes. I wasn't sure. I was happy when I made the call, and then the first thing he said to me is, "Good call, buddy." So I showed my jacks very triumphantly, like, yes, I've just made a sick hero call, now I've got loads of chips, living the dream. The whole table went, yeah, nice call, man. And then he turns his hand over and he has ace jack for the straight. And the whole table is just like, wow, this guy is clearly like a massive dick. And then he said he was worried I had a full house when I called after tanking for 2 minutes. It's ridiculous, man. Like, obviously, it's really hard in those moments to not like react emotionally and to just be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, you're clearly like the spawn of Satan or something. But I think I'm pretty happy with how I reacted in the moment. I just said, wow, nice hand, good luck guys, moved on. And now I'm talking about it, I feel like it's quite cathartic to just let it go. So yeah, I'm gonna go re-enter. It was interesting. I'm happy with how I feel about it in hindsight. Maybe I made a bad call and the libraries were really legit, and maybe this tournament everyone's just really ABC with the libraries, but that's what happened and I'm going to re-enter.
So 4 times yesterday. There we go. Thank you. Let's pick it up. We'll make it easier, then we don't have to.
Like 2 players, you're now all in the money. Congratulations. All right, have a look. Dealers, if you lose a player, please yell pay out. Players and dealers in the housewarming.
That's what it.
He's taking a pee. Oh, no. Hey, that's so deep. Oh, wow. Jeez.
Oh, do I need a king?
Wow. Oh, jeez.
Hey,
No pictures.
Hey,
Yes, bad beat.
Considering your well. Do not use those tips in your well dealers until the supervisor is there.
Good luck.
You too, man. Ace queen? It felt like ace queen. Good luck.
2 players, 1 all in.
So because I've already made day 2 now, which is not on Monday, I've got 2 days where I could play other stuff. So today I'm going to play the MGM $600 tournament, 500k guarantee. Day 2 is tomorrow. So technically I could make day 2 and finish that tournament before I go back to day 2 of the 5 million. So that's what I'm going to do today. Excited to play today, and I'll update again when I'm finished.
My son.
You can hit a spade or a king.
Spade goal. Yes.
Oh, nice hand. Oh, nice. Oh, no. Not like that. Not like that. Oh.
So I just finished the MGM $600 500k guaranteed, made day 2 in 2 bullets, so I'm now in 2 day 2s at the same time. It's pretty sick. I've got day 2 Monday of the World Series, day 2 of this tomorrow now. Yeah, I feel like I'm running golden and I'm just... So I just got back, finished day 5 of the trip so far. I actually got it all in bad and won twice.
Just a 6. Oh, there's a lot of chop. I'll take a 7.
I'll still take a 7?
Hit a board, but don't take it.
Oh, wow.
You'll take it. You'll take it. You got it.
Took a minor bad beat at the end to bust. Even better, I got home early so I can get a good night's sleep before my day 2 tomorrow, which starts at 10 a.m. and it's already like 11 p.m. at night now. If I did run deeper in that tournament, it could have gone to like 6 a.m., which would have been kind of brutal. Obviously, a nice problem to have if you get there. I'm feeling really drained. I think whenever I finish playing poker, whatever is keeping me going like leaves me and I suddenly just almost want to pass out instantly. I think the field was great, even deep in that tournament. I think all the people that I seem to play with, I was very happy playing with. Very reassuring for the summer and things to come. And I just felt completely fine when I busted because I never got ahead of myself. I was always just like, this is my stack, I'm playing this stack now and I'll play as good as I can. I played all the hands in the moment, I was very present. I just feel in a mentally very good place and that's all I can ask for. That's all my aim was, my goal was for this trip. It's not to win, it's just to play as good as I can and to feel good along the way. And I think today I achieved that and I nailed it. So I'm really happy and hopefully day 2 goes well tomorrow, but if not, I'm gonna go play the 600 and it's just great tournaments every day. This is the dream, so, you know, I can't really lose.
Good luck. You got clips? Good luck.
The only place you can find it right now.
First break, there's like 450 players left, so a long way to go. Need to do a lot more flips, but a great start. So I had one semi-interesting spot where I would come to a new table and I opened to 2 big blinds, playing about 18 big blinds in the hijack with 10s, and the cutoff makes it 700k, which is like 9 big blinds, like half my stack. And I think an older version of me would have just said, you know, I've got 10s, 18 bigs, I have to run it, but I think these guys have just got ace king and jacks plus and we can fold there, especially with our edge in the field. So I did make the fold. He said it was a good fold and I believed him. I think he had like queens or kings, so happy I found that one.
Good luck. Yes. Take a shot. Oh, beautiful. Just a club. Oh.
How much have you got?
7 total.
1.7. I've got 3-1-75. I have a king and a 2. Good luck. Yeah. King or a 2? Or a heart? Oh. Good luck.
No, it cannot be king 3. He has the phone out. That one king?
Just no queen, no diamonds. Oh, not the window. Not the window. Jack. Just a jack or an ace? Ah, yeah.
Just a nut.
Nice hand. So I just finished day 6. I actually busted the deepest run I've ever had in a World Series event. I busted in 95th with over 20,000 players, so that's the top, I don't know, 0.4 something % of the field. I think I've had like a few 20 to 40th places before, but the fields were a little bit smaller. So as a percentage of the field, this is the deepest I've ever ran. And I got it in good for like a really big pot. And I feel great. It's so bizarre, I actually still feel really good. And last night as well, in a pretty deep run, I got it in good. Both times 2-1 and lost. And I don't feel any negativity about it. It's like, I don't know, I feel like I finally cracked the code. Like the secret in this thing is just, don't have any expectations. Play as good as you can. Never think ahead, always think, like, I'm gonna be out. Not I'm gonna be out this orbit, but this will be my last orbit. You can't think beyond like the next few hands because one is poker and obviously that could always be true, but it's so easy just to lose focus and like think ahead of yourself, like, oh, this is my stack, I'm going to make the final, I'm going to do this, and that's when the expectations crop up, and that's when you just start to, it's a lot more of a mental battle. And I think you play worse too, because you don't want to lose the stack. You're like, this is the stack I've got to, I want to preserve it, I want to at least stay at this point. You don't want to take those risks, which are really important. Yeah, I think I played great. I don't think I could have played any better, even in the really tough spots. I think I nailed it. I made some really disciplined folds that were really close. So yeah, I have nothing but good things to say. Attentiveness, 10, happiness, 10, for the way I played. Maybe 9.5, just because I feel like there's always room for improvement, but yeah, I just feel fantastic, even though there's 700k for first, and I was like relatively close. But I never thought ahead. I know, like, there's 200 left. I wasn't looking at 150. I was always just wherever I was, and it's obviously easier when the average stack is relatively low. But even when I got up to 30 bigs plus a decent stack, I never let myself think ahead. So I'm just really happy. Back tomorrow for the $1,500 six max, and looking forward to it. I think I completely fucked it. Well, maybe that's being too harsh, but things were going well. I was up to 40k, table was great. Felt like I was just making all my decisions perfectly. And then after the break, I had a pretty big hand. I'll do this as like the hand of the week, because this is the most sick spot. So I've been watching every hand, a really good idea how everyone at the table plays. I raise from the hijack at 244 with 10-9 of clubs to 1000. The cutoff makes it 3.5k. And this guy I've seen make some criminal checkbacks with 2 pair. I've seen him just be super ABC, super passive, just always showing the goods. And I'm pretty confident when he free bets here, his range is like ace king, 10s, jacks plus, maybe 10s, maybe ace queen, but like just a really strong range. So I call my 10-9 suited. That might be a mistake, but we're 100 bigs deep, and I just thought if I hit something better than 1 pair and he's got an overpair, he's just going to go broke. So I thought I had really good implied value and a really good sense of his range, but maybe because he 3.5x's and his range is too strong, maybe it's a fold pre. But I think it's not a big losing play. If it's losing, and it might be winning a lot, so I call. The pot's 8k. It comes ace 10-9 with 1 club and 2 diamonds, checks, and I'm like, oh, he checks back quickly. He's probably got kings or queens, maybe sometimes like ace king. Every now and again he's got aces, but this is great. I'm just going to bet big. Turns the queen of clubs, gives me a flush draw, and now obviously queens gets there, so I'm kind of cautious at this point. I decide to bet on the smaller side to make sure he doesn't fold if he's got kings ever, so I bet 2700. He calls really quickly, so now this quick call on the turn is like, please don't bluff the river usually. So I'm like, oh, he's got kings. Maybe every now and again he's got something else. Like, who knows? My read's wrong. Maybe he just has an ace or ace jack, ace king. But I'm just like, he's probably got kings. That's my read on the situation. So now the pot's 13.4, and the river is a 10. I river the full house. So I'm in this predicament where, like, there's a non-zero chance he has queens or aces, but I'm playing against kings. So I'm like, he's probably going to get stubborn once he's checked back the flop, and I've got a really aggressive image at the table. So I decide to bet on the bigger side. I bet 10,700 into a pot of 13.4. And now, after about 5 to 10 seconds, he picks up a pile of 5k chips and throws 5 5k chips in to just raise to 25k. So now I'm bluff catching, because he's not raising a worse hand. If he has ace queen, I'm confident he just calls the river. So the question is this guy capable of bluffing? Given what I've seen, I didn't think so. His value is queens, aces, maybe sometimes ace 10. I don't know if he ever has pocket nines, I doubt it, but obviously his value is a better hand on bluff catching. I've got semi-blockers, but they're not actually that relevant. So straight away I was like, it's a fold. Like, he's really small on the river. It's just a fold. Don't overthink it. And then I started staring at him, not expecting to get a read, but usually you do get a lot of shrimp reads. And when I start staring at him, he does look uncomfortable, and he's not talking to me, and I'm trying to talk to him. And a lot of these guys will just interact with you really freely because they're so calm, so relaxed, but he does look really uncomfortable. So I was thinking, is he ever bluffing with his kings here? But he raised so quickly, and he has to turn kings into a bluff. Shout out to the police. That siren sums up what I was thinking when he raised the river. So I found the hero fold. I actually found the hero fold, and my gut was like, I put him on kings, and now he's uncomfortable. But who finds this character profile? Who finds this bluff raise? Who finds it? I don't know. I have no idea. But I found the really disciplined fold, and he shows me pocket kings. So show me. I'm embarrassed to show if you show me a bluff.
Oh my god.
We didn't show his set, so we don't know if he really did.
Wow. No,
Nice bluff. I mean, hats off. It's a sick bluff. He made me fold literally a full house, like a hand that you should never fold, purely as an exploit. So I got completely wrecked. And it's lesson learned for me because I didn't think this guy was capable of bluffing, and he proved me wrong. And given that he is bluffing, it's like obviously the most slam dunk call in a million years, like super easy print call. I missed a bluff when I had, I like overbet the turn thinking he folds most stuff, and then the river was bad, so I gave up, and he had a hand I thought he would fold the turn with, so I should have bluffed the river. And then one guy heroed me with ace high in a spot where I didn't think he would, and then I lost the flip, lost king jack suited versus ace queen all in pre, lost ace 8 versus ace 3 all in pre to bust, re-enter, get pocket queens against kings.
What do I need? Diamonds. 10. 8. That's on.
And I'm out. So pretty brutal day to bust the 6 max twice already, but it means that I do have time, which I wasn't planning to do, to play the 1600 2 mil at the Venetian. I'm gonna take a walk it off, see how I feel when I get there. Probably play because it's such a good tournament, a 3-day event with a good structure, massive guarantee, shuffle machines. Like it's probably too good to miss given that I'm finished so early. But obviously I just want to have a nice walk now after such a brutal hour or so. But yeah, that's how it's going so far. I'm in decent spirits still. I mean, I've got to learn from that hand. Like if I get the read, he's uncomfortable, like just flicking it. But hey ho, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. It's done now. I made the bad fold, but next hand. Finished week 1, and what a bloody great start to the trip, eh? Played 10 tournaments, I'm in for 10,300, and I've cashed for just over 9k, but I'm in day 2, which means technically in profit with the EV. But more importantly, I've had 3 day 2s out of those 10 tournament entries. I've had 2 nearly free cashes locked already, and I think I've just been playing great. I mean, obviously I'm running way above EV, but I'll take it. I mean, after the last trip, I feel like I'm still way behind on EV in Vegas, obviously, so I'm not even going to feel bad when I get there ace queen versus kings. Like it's not going to happen for a while now. I was really proud of myself how I reacted to the slow roll. Really happy with a lot of disciplined folds I've made. I have had like some close spots. The low point of the whole week was when I mistakenly folded that full house in the 6 max. That was pretty brutal. I wasn't confident, and I think on a different day I made the call there just with the body language read and the reader mail on the turn, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. A really good first week. I hope it continues as it's gone so far. I hope that my mindset stays this good. I hope that I keep playing as good as I've been playing, and the rest is noise, really. Thanks for watching the first week of me being back here in Vegas. I think it's going to be a great summer.